Okay, so this is going to be my review about the Tronxy X1. I did receive this from GearBest. They sent it to me for free for review, just to be upfront about it, and I will give you my honest opinion about it. So, just to show you here, it is quite a small printer. The build volume is 150 by 150 by 150. Comes with the fiberglass plate, and it takes 1.75 millimeter filament. It's recommended that you only do PLA on it, just because it does not have a heat bed. And I will go over some of the features and my prints with it, so just keep watching and we'll get into that. Okay, so some of the first issues that I had with the printer after building it was the gantry. This part here, it was really loose. You could literally just shake it and it would just move all over the place, which I did print up and up. I did print out an upgrade for it, and so now it's rock steady. It's not moving anywhere. That was the very first and only upgrade I've done so far. I was doing another upgrade to add on a cooling fan, which it does not have, which is another issue with it out of the box. It didn't work out. I don't know if it's the filament I was using or what. So I have to start over. I just didn't want to take off the fan because I've already ran the wires and everything for it and just didn't want to take it apart. So I just put it up there temporarily. The build went fairly easy. I think I only had to redo one piece one time because I made a mistake, and it was I just put it on backwards, and when I got to a point I couldn't go any further and I had to go back. So yeah, but this printer so far has been a really good printer. The only real issues that I'm having right now is the retraction settings, which I keep working on, but that's just something I have to work out. It's nothing wrong with the actual printer so far. But let's go over some prints that I did with the printer. So this one here was the very first print that I made, and it's supposed to be a block with a round top on it, like this. So what happened with this one was the belts were too loose, but it still printed it out pretty good, and I just let it go even though I saw that it was messing up. I just wanted something just to show everybody that, hey, I've been doing this for over a year and I still make mistakes. So yeah, everybody makes mistakes. So, and then this one turning out really good. It was working really good, and then it came loose from the build plate because I didn't have any tape or glue on it. I just put it on there and let it go. And once it came off, I just stopped it because there was no point. And the prints just kept getting better. So here is my third print, and as you can see, just a few little issues. And this was still while the gantry was still really loose. So even with the really loose gantry there, everything still was working really well. I got a little blob there, but not a big deal. Then I tried out some benchies. So I decided to use glue for the benchies on the bed plate, and they came loose. But you can probably see here The first layer was really good, maybe a little bit too close, and it was working really well. And this is before any modifications. Just a few little areas that needed more improvement, and then it came loose. Same thing happened with this one. It came loose. I was trying to use glue on the bed, and for some reason it just wouldn't stick. But nice first layer. The layers are nice, and then it came loose, as you can tell, with all the stringing, and everything is just out of place there. Then finally, I decided to put blue painter's tape on the bed, and I got this one. And just looking at it, you can see a line here where it kind of just moves. It looks like it shifted just a little bit, and that could have been because the gantry was loose or anything, who knows. But the line looks pretty good overall. The bridging here is really good considering that there's no part cooling fan. You know, just like a few little hoops there. And then the top looks excellent. Just a few minor little issues, nothing big. Really happy with how this pencil turned out. Then I thought I would go bigger, so I did this. Everything on here looks really good. There are a few places where you can see some stringing, but like I said, I'm still working on the retraction. So why it's black and white is I ran out of black while I was printing this, so I just paused it and just replaced the black with white and started it right back up, and you can't even tell that I paused it and pulled out the black and started with the white. It's like it was just one piece of filament. So it did really good on that. Again, with the bridging here, just a few little hoops there. And this did have the gantry piece already in place, but this boat turned out really awesome. And for anybody that wants to know, this boat does float. It works awesomely in the tub. My son's been after me for it for a while, but I wanted to do the review first, but we did try it out to see if it would float. So anybody looking for a boat that floats, this one works great. I'll put the link in the description. So that was my first really good print. Then I tried out a vase, and it turned out very good. The only issue I had was my fault because I didn't have the bed completely level, which is the hardest thing for me to do, is to get that bed level. And you can tell right there where it kind of messed up, but everything stuck just fine, and I just let it go. And I also have some sped up clips of the printing here in this video for you. But this vase is very solid. As you can tell, it's very well done. Other than the bottom, which was my fault, no issues with it whatsoever. There was some stringing along the top, but again, my fault. Then I did these two, which are just little spaceships, and I think these did excellent. The bottom is really nice on both of them. There's really no ringing or anything, no ghosting that I can see. Maybe just a little bit. I'm not quite sure if that's part of the, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little bit of lines. I don't know if that's just part of the model or if it's just a little bit of ghosting. But what I was really impressed with, without a cooling fan, the part cooling fan, the antenna here did a really nice job. You can tell on this one it's a little thin in areas, but overall it was really good. Same on this one. Okay, and then I moved on to the Millennium Falcons, or the Millennium Malcolms, I should say. And these turned out excellent. I could have went a little bit bigger, but it was pretty close to the limit. But all in all, it turned out really well. There was no supports, there was no nothing. I just hit print and let it go. And I did all three. So this would be the Force Awakens movies, Millennium Falcon, and this would be the original trilogy Millennium Falcon. Basically the difference between the two is the antenna, or not antenna, but the satellite dish here, if anybody ever wanted to know. A little bit of stringing in between, but everything else turned out very well. And of course, the new Han Solo movie, Millennium Falcon, so I had to do that one as well. And anybody that's watched my channel or seen any pictures of anything I've done, you already know that I'm a huge Star Wars nut, so that's all good there. But these turned out great. I have no issues with them whatsoever. And this one, I believe, can't remember what happened here. I know I messed up, but it wasn't anything the printer did, it was something I did. Then I did this little dinosaur, flexi dinosaur. I do need to make some modifications to it. Again, the stringing, some of the tolerances in here I had to break, or I had to loosen up this piece here for it to come loose, but everything else was nice and loose when I pulled it off the build plate. And then again, I did another boat for my son. You just attach a balloon up to this one and it goes across the bathtub and it floats very well. No issues. All the lines are really nice. Lego guys attach perfectly. I don't have a Lego guy here to show you, but it does work. Okay, and I have it hooked up to a Raspberry Pi Zero. That's how I operate most, two of my three printers. But this little printer here, out of the box, I recommend it if you know, if you're good with putting things together. You know, if you put together model cars or whatever when you're a kid, or you do anything mechanical, if you're mechanically inclined, I highly recommend this machine. And if you're not mechanically inclined, if you know somebody that is, that would help you out, it would be perfect, because it does come in a box and it is all taken apart. And the instructions are easy to follow, so honestly, if you think you could do it, I would go for it. This machine was $156 Canadian at the time when I was offered it. Right now, I believe it's running $186 Canadian. I will have a link below in the description with a coupon code so you can get a little extra off. And I'll show you how it hooks up to the power. It comes with this little power brick. Little power brick here is something like a laptop power brick. It did come with a little roll, just a little sample roll of pink filament. I had it somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. So that's what I got with it. It wasn't much, and you could tell I already used some of it with the sample prints that I did, just straight off the card that came with it. And I just want to see if there's anything else I'm forgetting here. Alright, so just to recap here, and I'll take you in a little bit closer to the printer. So, sorry about that. With this printer, like I said, it is a 150 by 150 build area, and then 150 in height. And they say it can do ABS. I wouldn't recommend it just because of it not having a heat bed. So I would just stick with PLA on it. Some people have upgraded theirs to have a heat bed, but just out of the box it works great. And here is the control box. Try and get it to focus in there. So my only complaints about it, like I said, the gantry was really loose when I first put it together. I don't know if I can get in there, but you can see a little printed part there. It just holds everything tight. Some people have issues with the bed being really loose. I didn't have that issue. But from my very first prints up until now, it's been really great. Like I said, with this print, I just didn't have the belts tight enough. And then of course, I didn't have any painter's tape or anything on the bed. And just give you a little closer up look again of my prints. Really love this boat. It's nice and heavy. I did experiment with the infill on it, which was the first time I had done that. So I did learn a lot from this printer, just about putting them together and using software, different types of software with it, which I use Simplifies 3D. I highly recommend that software if you can afford it. Alright, and like I said, I will be putting I'll just edit in some quick printing videos of it. And I highly recommend this printer to anyone that's looking for a low-cost, entry-level printer. Just like I said, it helps if you're mechanically inclined. And I just want to say thank you to GearBest again for sending this out to me and giving me the opportunity to review this. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. If you liked the video, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a good day.